going. So welcome again. This is a hands-on practice session, okay? A hands-on practice session where we're gonna look at angles and triangles, okay? Now, both of these sections are so important, right? You can gain a huge amount of points, right? You can gain as much as 75 points if you really master all of both of these topics. So let's get going. Let's get started with angles, okay? So now many of you know this idea of angles. Let's say you've got this straight line and then you've got this angle over here, right? Now, let's say this angle over here, folks, is, let's say it's 50 degrees, okay? Now remember, the entire set of this entire measure is 180, right? So many of you know this angle is gonna be 130 degrees, right? Because 130 plus 50 is equal to 180 degrees. So that's a very important point. These angles are called supplementary angles. Okay, these angles are called supplementary angles. Now, these other angles over here, right? Let's take a look at another set of angles over here. These angles are called vertically opposite. In other words, this angle here is the same as this. You've got two lines crossing. It's almost like a scissor over here, right? You can imagine like a scissor over here, right? These two angles are the same. So let's say if this is, let's say this is 40, right? So this guy's 40. Now, remember, not only that, this angle over here is 180, both of these, right? Because this whole thing is 180, this guy is 140, and so this is also 140, right? So once you know one angle, you know all of them, okay? So very, very basic ideas over here. Now let's build on these ideas. So remember what I've told you about supplementary angles. So let's think about this angle over here, right? Let's say you've got this particular angle, okay? You already know these are supplementary, right? So whatever this is, let's say this is 40, this is going to be 140, right? Now let's think about another property of triangles, that all the angles in a triangle is equal to 180, right? So let's say this is 50 and this is 70, right? So try to find out what this is, and then this is your first step. Try to find out and email and chat it over and post it over in the chat. And then, because the sum of this is 180, try to email and post that, what your answer is. And then the second one is, what is this angle, right? So try to find out the first one and the second one over here. All right, great. Some people are responding. Excellent, excellent. Okay, excellent. Well done. Well done, guys. So now you see that this angle over here is 60. And so because this is 60, right, what happens? This is 60, and now, so this is 120, right? Right, so this is 60 and this is 120. Perfect, so that makes sense. Now remember, this is 120, right? But note that I'll show you a shortcut. What's going on is, think about this angle right over here, right? 120. Of course, you calculated 60 and got 120, but actually you can just add these two angles, and that's actually just summing these two is going to give you 120, right? So that's the shortcut, right? That's the shortcut to this. Just 70 plus 50 is going to give you 120. So it works out the same way, and this is called the exterior angle theorem, okay? Exterior angle theorem, because this angle is exterior. This is a triangle, this one is a triangle, and this is exterior to it, right? So now, really quickly, can you tell me what is the measure of this exterior angle, guys? Let's say this angle over here is 40, and this over here is, let's say, 60. So what do you think is the measure of this angle? Without even calculating this, just a shortcut way. Nice, nice, exactly right. Well done, well done, well done, Suraj. Well done, Queenly. Well done, Chiji, Angela. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Just simply, you can add this, right? Get it as 100. And that's going to save you that extra extra 20, 30 seconds, right? You know, oh, I know Ash told me this, so I'm just going to add this. This is the answer. It just saves you time instead of coming over here. Look, you're going to come over here. You're going to find it as 120. Then you're going to do 80 over here, right? This is 100. This is 80. Then you come back. So that's a shortcut. Remember, that's a very important step, okay? So, and you will get practice problems after this, which are going to drill down these concepts even further, okay? So don't forget solving these practice problems. I'll give you the answer key. And if you have any difficulties, get back to me, please, because that's going to improve your score, okay? So that's good. Now let's move on to another type of a problem, okay? So now that you know you've got these two angles, right? Now it's basically what you've got to do is, let's think about it this way, all right? Let's say you are asked, what is this angle, all right? And you are given 40, okay, maybe not this angle, okay? Let's say you're given this same angle, 40 here, 40 over here, and then you're given 150 over here, and you're asked, what is this angle? Remember, this guy here is equal to this angle plus this angle. Okay, so tell me, what is this angle going to be? Because you already know this angle. So first find out this guy and then add this and this together to get this angle. Yes, maybe I made a, yes. So some of you are getting it. Well done. Maybe I should just change it a little bit. This is a bit too extreme here, right? Let's make it 110. Okay, so yeah, this is, yes, well done. All right, so all of you got it. That's fine. It looks a bit strange. So because this is 150, this is going to be 30, and this guy plus this guy is 70, and that's it. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Okay, so that's exactly how you do it. Now let's try to think of some other ideas. Okay, now sometimes what's going to happen is they might give you this kind of an idea. Okay, first of all, the exterior angle is done. Let's now look at another concept, okay? This concept is like this. You already know the angles inside are gonna sum up to 180, right? Sometimes what they're gonna do is they're gonna give you this angle, is its measure is X, okay? X, just unknown. And this angle's measure, let's say they give you as 2X, right? And this angle's measure, they give you as 2X as well. Okay, so now let's try to find the angles, right? What does each of these mean? Okay, so how are we going to do that? We're going to take this angle, right? This angle and this angle. We don't know what the degrees are, but you're going to add them. So just simply add them, like X plus 2X plus 2X, right? Like imagine that this were 40, this was 60, and this was 80, right? You would just add them, right, and get 180. So this thing over here is going to be equal to 180. Okay, so because this angle A, its measure is X, this angle B, its measure is 2X, and this angle C, its measure is 2X, right? So you're gonna take all of these and just add them. And so now you're grouping them together, So you got X, 2X, and 2X. Yes, nice. Some people are replying already. Now you're grouping them, so you get X plus 2X plus 2X, you got 5X, right, is equal to 180, right? So X is equal to how much, right? So try to solve this. X is going to be, you're just going to divide by 5 on both sides here, right? 5 and 5 cancels out, and this becomes, so you can calculate this, what this is. This is going to be 36, right? So X is equal to 36. Yes, yes, well done, well done. So everybody's getting this, all right? So nicely done, right? Very cool. Right? So this is 36, this is 72 and 72. And let's check if it actually works. So 36 plus 72 plus 72, right? If you see this, this is 0, and then you get a 1 here, right? Now 14 plus 3, that's 17 plus 1, 18, so that's 180, and that actually checks out. So nicely done for those of you who have solved this, right? Now let's look at this problem here, and I'm gonna give a slightly more complicated problem for the other folks. So let's try to solve this problem. For those who want practice, let's try how you're gonna solve this problem, folks. This is equal to, okay, now try to find the value of X. You already know something about it. And those who know this already, I'm gonna show you, this is the easy problem, and I'm gonna give you a hard problem over here. The hard problem is like this, guys. okay? This is 100, and this is x, okay? And let's say this is 3x. So now find the x. Well done. Some people are getting these answers. Excellent. Those who have gotten this answer, try this one, okay? So this is a slightly harder one, but try it still. I'm pretty sure you'll get it, okay? So there's two problems here. I think everybody should be able to get this. Remember what we talked about? The exterior angle. That means this is equal to this guy plus this guy, and just basically solve it. So you're just gonna write down 3x is equal to x plus 80. And now, how do you solve it? So think about it and solve it. All right. All right, so don't worry about these numbers here, right? All you're doing is these are just variables, right? They're just numbers underneath them. So you use the same ideas that you use the same ideas that you're going to use for numbers, right? So 3x is equal to x plus 2, and so you can solve it as 2x is equal to 80, x is equal to 40, right? X is equal to 40, this is 40, and this is 120 because it's 3 times 40, right? Now this one, 3x, but remember, this guy, you're going to move it here, so this is 80. Right, so 3x is equal to x plus 80, right? And then you're gonna solve that one, right? So very cool. So I think all of you understand what's going on here. It's exactly the similar problem, right? Very similar problems here. So 2x is equal to 40, and so 2x is equal to 80, right? And so x is equal to 40, right? So be careful. This guy over here, right? 3x. This 3x is equal to this x plus this guy, right? This external is equal to these two internal ones, right? So remember, those are important, right? 3x is equal to x plus 80, right? Same thing over here. The only difference is the 100 came in inside, okay? And now these recordings, this video is being recorded, right? So if you want the recording, email me. So this recorded video is available to every one of you, okay? So I'm gonna save it to YouTube and I'm gonna send it to you. Just email me if you need it, right? But of course, those who are joined the 20-hour paid course, of course, they know what's going on. But this is for those of you who are joining for the first or the second time, right? So let's see now the next idea, folks, of parallel lines. Now, parallel lines is interesting. Here's the idea of parallel lines, and then you're going to combine parallel lines with triangles as well. Okay, so here's how you do it. Let's say these are parallel lines over here, right? These lines are parallel, this guy and this guy. These are called parallel lines, and this is called the transversal. Right, that's a transfer, just a line that's cutting it. Okay, now let's think about these angles over here, and I'm going to give you a super easy shortcut to remember all of these angles. Okay, let's look at this acute angle. Okay, this guy here, right? Let's say this is 50, right? And so now just select all of the acute angles that you've got, that you see here. Acute angles over here. This is the acute angle. This is the acute angle, right? The smaller one, right? This one I'll draw a bit better, and this one. And the fun part is that all of them are 50 degrees. All of them are 50 degrees, all right? So there's 4 of them. In this set, there's always 4 acute angles, and all of them are 50 degrees, okay? And now the remaining angle is the obtuse angle, okay? It's this obtuse angle over here. Yes, well done, well done. Some of you are already messaging me over here. Excellent. So this one is 130, and this one is also 130. Right? And then this guy is 130, and this is all 130. So it looks complicated, but actually in this system, there's only two answers. Okay, one is the acute angle, and one the acute obtuse angle. So if somebody told you this is 50, and then they ask you what is this, it's just 50. If it's an acute angle, it's 50. If it's an obtuse angle, it's the other one. Okay, so let's try and see how we can work another problem here. Let's say you got parallel lines over here, right? And let's say you got another angle over here. Let's say it's 40. Okay, then what do you think is this angle going to be? And can you tell me what is this angle going to be? Nice. This angle is the acute angle, right? This angle is the acute angle. Very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. So this angle is the only acute angle, right? Same as this. So it's going to be 40. Right? It's going to be 40. And so now this one is the other one, right? The other one is a supplementary angle. So it's 180 minus 40, right? So that's just 140 degrees right over here. So this is 140, and all of these, this angle, this angle, this angle, all of them are really 140. So those are your answers, right? So remember, if you got this one, it's easy to get the other one, okay? If you got this one, it's easy to get the other one. Now let's try to solve another problem. Okay, and again, these recordings are available, so I think I would highly suggest you to watch them. Let's look at this angle over here, and now let's combine it with this angle over here, okay? Now there's two lines going on. There's, let's say, maybe I should draw it a bit like this, okay? Now think about this one, okay? Let's say this is 60, guys, okay? This is 60, all right? And this one over here, let me put it as 70, okay? This is 60 and this is 70. Now, let's complete the triangle over here. Let's complete the triangle over here. And my question to you is, what is this angle? Okay, remember, in this part over here, right? Think about what this angle is going to be, all right? And in this part over here, think about what this angle is going to be, okay? So think about what these angles are, all right? Think about what these angles are, and then first calculate both of these angles. Nice, nice. People are paying attention. Those who are paying attention, I can see people who have been looking at these lectures for a few days now are able to solve problems much faster, okay? So remember, if this is 60, right, you know the shortcut, guys. Now you know this is 60 right over here. This guy's 60 already. Shortcut from here, this is 70. So 60 plus 70, and whatever this is, what is this? So 60, let that be X, right? So 60 plus 70 plus whatever this X is equal to 180, right? Awesome, awesome. Everybody's doing it. Well done, Yuri. Well done, Salim. So all of these are over here. So 60 plus 70 plus X is 180, right? And now you can add these. You got 130 plus X is 180, right? So X is equal to 50, right? Nicely done. Very, very, very impressed by all of you. So keep it up. All right, let's now try another type of a problem here where actually let's move on to another type of a system here. Okay, I'm just going to give you the shortcut formula for this. Okay, no need to worry too much about it. Just memorize it. It's all going to be in the cheat sheet that I'm going to send you. By the way, let me show you how the cheat sheet looks like. Okay, so I've got a variety of versions of cheat sheets. So some of you who have been attending these sessions before, you might have seen a different cheat sheet. This is a slightly different cheat sheet, okay? But all of them work, so here it is. Okay, so here's how it looks like. Here's how the cheat sheet looks like. Oh, thanks. Here's how the cheat sheet looks like, right? So it's got basic operations, right? That's easy for you. Factoring, all of these, how do you factor stuff, right? Percentages. Right, percents, advanced algebra, all of these ideas, statistics, right? Angles, geometry, all of this stuff is all over here, right? So it's going to be sent to you, and then you can keep trying these problems, right? It's going to be helpful. The point being made is that this formula is also going to be inside your cheat sheet.